What's up, y'all? What's going on? Wait, where am I? Where am I? Okay, I'm here. I'm here. I'm good. Everything's everything. Hi, everybody. How's it going today? Welcome to another Thursday here at the Sil Higgins Fitness and More Show. I am Sil Higgins, your host. I've never actually said that, right? I just wanted to try to see how it sounds, right? To see if it sounded like something that was genuine and authentic, but no. So we won't do that again. Anyway, welcome back. Welcome back. Today, you guys, a lot of this show is inspired by my life and the things that happen in it, fitness related. Well, and some otherwise, because fitness is a broad spectrum of wellness overall. So, I had to take a moment today and just do something for me, which is honestly, people who know me in TV, Facebook land and in the world. I'm pretty good at keeping myself groomed for the most part, especially my hair. And I've been slacking on it for quite some time right now. So, I took a mirror first, right, and just looked at the back of my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a mess, right? So I said, no, I can't do this one other day. So actually, I want to give a shout out to high school buddy of mine, Clarence, for shaping me up at the last minute. He's over there in Lee's barbershop, and he did a great job on the fly. He was there. He was ready. When I called him, drop of a dime. So thank you for helping me start to get back to myself a little bit. I just couldn't take it anymore. Then and I had to wash me. It was just funky because I sweat. I go to the gym. I work out, but it's all good. Anyway, we'll get it all. Babe will get it all twisted up for me next week. So Anyway, enough about my hair. Y'all didn't come to hear that anyway. Back to the show. But yeah, no, it is because it's kind of part of that self-care, which is a part of wellness, which is a part of your health. All of that goes in, like I said, you know more, you do more, you look better, you feel better type of thing. It all comes into play with that, right? So moving right along, like I said, the show is entitled, What the Hell Are We Drinking? Right? So like I said, the show is inspired by my life. So there was some new juice in the house last night, and thank you, cousin. My cousin said you look good. Thank you, cousin. And I see Babe watching, and I see my homeboy watching. Appreciate y'all. So anyway, yeah, this juice. Babe bought some new juice, and it was I think, Jacob, you have a picture of it real quick? The juice was it was about country time. It was like lemonade, peach, yeah, right? So that's the front of the bottle, lemonade or peach lemonade, right? So now I don't drink juice that often, but when I do, no. So I saw that, I was like, I'm drinking water. I hadn't bought myself any tea in a while, so I was like, I'm gonna drink this juice. So I started drinking. I was like, oh, this is good. This is great, right? So I tore the juice up, okay? So last night, I was sitting there, and I said to myself, I had a whole nother show planned for you guys today, but I was sitting there, and I said, wait, let me look at the bottle. I'm looking at the bottle because, before that, right? Okay, I'm going to be honest, right? So before that, I'm like, this is peach and lemonade. I'm thinking, summertime's coming. If I made this naturally, because these flavors are great together, right? So I'm like, if I made this naturally, I would cook down the peaches and put the lemons in there, and throw some bourbon in there, make some tea or something. Oh my gosh! So I started thinking all this stuff. Yeah. So then I'm like, well, what's in this stuff? So then I turn to the back of the bottle. Biggest day across, right before the nutritional facts, it says contains 0% juice. Like 0% juice. It says it right there. So I'm looking at the label, and I'm like, all of these ingredients, it's all chemicals. There's nothing there. Literally, the only thing that I mean, sugar is still a chemical because you know they're using man-made sugar. They're not using like fresh from the cane. They're using man-made sugar. So in the ingredients, it says water, sugar contains less than 2% of citrus acid, potassium sorbate, sodium phosphate. Y'all get the picture, right? Nothing. But it says natural flavor. But do you understand this is natural flavor? It didn't say it's natural flavoring or natural lemons, pure juice, nothing of that sort. It doesn't even have the word juice in the ingredient. It actually says less than 2% citrus acid, which is what they say is the closest thing to get to, vitamin C and juice, right? But citrus acid, it is what it is, an acid. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I was like, wait, am I shaking? Like, is my skin okay? Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to my body, right? Because I done just drank all these chemicals. But, so that led me to go deeper, right? And I said to myself, all right, let me see. Yep, I got the research for y'all, right? So let me see what are these chemicals? What are these chemicals I just drank like a whole jar of? Because I'm going to be honest, she probably didn't have a whole cup of that juice. She may have had one cup or used it for something, like used a part of it for, another beverage or something. Telling on it a little bit. But, anyway. Moderation. No problems here. So, so anyway, like I said, I went and I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I just do this? And why does the back of it say 0% juice? Why are we drinking these things? Yvette, I see you looking like, why are we doing this? Like, we just keep on keeping on with the madness. And some of it is, like I said, it's still so subconscious. I mean, I've only been living the pescatarian life since October. So what, 4 months or so, and it's a transition. So, 30 something years prior, we've picked up juice and sodas and all of that, and not really looking at juice as it is chemicals. It's chemicals as well. Most of these chemicals, and I'm gonna share some of it with you guys, but most of these chemicals are also found in sodas, right? Along with this high sugar content. So what do we do? Either way, juice, soda, same thing. We need to leave it alone. If we're not brewing some leaves ourselves somewhere or juicing from the natural fruit itself, we need to be drinking water, okay? That's for real, plain and simple. But I'm going to just go into detail just a little bit of what these chemicals are. Yes, cousin, water is our friend. All right. Water is our friend. Water is us, though. We are like 70% water. Why you think they're always telling us to hydrate, right? Yep, for only since late. Okay, awesome. Yvette has only been 99.9% water, tea, coffee since December. So that's a point one of something else, and I leave that alone. She didn't want to tell all her business. Okay, no sugar in the tea or coffee. Yeah, I still stumble on tea sometimes. I mean, I drink teas, but I still stumble coffee sometimes, especially when I'm doing a lot. But I don't put sugar. I don't add sugar to my coffee, so it's does exactly what it's supposed to do. Okay, so anyway, so looking at the peach lemonade situation, right? Looking at that, let me see here. Potassium sorbate, right? So potassium sorbate is used as a preservative in a number of foods, right? So the properties in it, it stops the growth and spread of harmful bacteria and mold. So potassium sorbate is used to stop the spread of mold in foods. Okay, that's interesting. Why would they put that in there? So it is also used in cheese, baked goods, syrups, and jams. It's a preservative for dehydrated foods like jerky and dried fruits. So just right there. We've also learned that these things are in our jerkies, like your beef jerkies and stuff like that. These things are in your cheeses. Like so much is in cheese, so you have potassium sorbate in the cheese. We also learned that animal retin is also found in a lot of cheeses as well. So that should give you, that's from a whole other show. So that should give you guys some idea of exactly where, or exactly what is in all the foods that we're eating. I just got the one ingredient here, but it resonates, from other shows, from other foods that our chemicals are pumped into, right? So, thank you there for right there in the little corner. Jacob's awesome over there today. Big ups to production team. All right, so we know that. So, like I said, that's just one ingredient right there. And also, it says it's commonly used in wines because it stops the yeast from continuing to ferment, okay, while it's in the bottle. That's interesting as well, right? And so there was one on here. Well, we'll get to that in a second here, right? So I'm just gonna give y'all a little school today, just a little bit. All right. So then we had the next thing was the sodium phosphate, right? Sodium phosphate. It's like sodium phosphate is a generic term. It's also just sodium salt, commonly added to foods that may serve a variety of purposes. Commonly added to emulsify cheese, meats, canned soups. So same thing, keeps another agent to help mold and to help things from processing. So it's a preservative. In other words, the first two preservatives, acid, preservative, right? So if the first 4 or 5 of those are acids or preservatives, so chemicals or chemicals, and that are made to use to preserve, exactly. So that's just what I drank last night. Like, I'm still mad at myself for not knowing better or doing better. But again, it is the process. It is the process in which we change our lives. Baby steps. Like, I don't drink a whole lot of juice often, but I won't buy that kind again. Now I will go home another day and try to cook down some actual peaches and some actual lemons to see what the actual taste would be like, because it was good, but it was chemicals, so it's got to be that's the replication. I want to see what the original is, you know what I mean? Straight like that. So anyway, right? So the next thing was the potassium citrate, which that is used to carbonate. Okay, so that's in a lot of your sodas and actually all that as well. So it's also a filtering solution. What, a filtering solution? So you got solutions, you got acid, you got just chemical. This was in juice. This was a bottle of juice that I drank last night, and I sat there and said, why does it say contains 0% juice? I don't understand. But now I understand, because it wasn't any juice in it. It was all freaking chemicals. Man, I'm sorry. Oh, they just made me mad. Like, I'm probably I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Just not buy juice again or something. Like, I don't even I'm telling you, I'm about to move off the grid somewhere and just grow my own everything and just eat my own processed old school. They drank juice in year 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Yeah, I said year 2, 3, BC, AD, all of that. They was drinking juice. Come on, we gotta get this back right, y'all. We need to get back to the original. Stop playing with me all the time, because this is some bull. This is man-made chemical preservatives that they use so that they can maximize profit and hold things longer. This is all for money, okay? Okay, so I know I'm on a rant right now. I'm on a good one too, but listen, because this is what it is, right? So they pump all these chemicals in your foods and in your beverages, right? So then what happens? You get sick. You get sick and you go to the doctor, and then they give you a bunch of other chemicals called prescriptions, right? A bunch of pills that then that you take in as well that's supposed to help you get better from taking these chemicals. But then they tell you to drink some juice with it. You know how many times I had juice at the damn hospital? Like every time you go to the hospital, they give you juice, right? That sugar, right. Kick you right back up. Yeah, no. Okay. But you're getting all these chemicals to fight other chemicals because what is that called? Like that's chemical reaction, right? One chemical acts one way, you have other chemicals to offset it. Is any of this like so? What if we just cut out the chemicals here? Like, why doesn't it seem that simple? If we just cut out the chemicals here that we ingest or they put in our foods and we don't even know it because guess what? We're still learning. I'm still learning. I just learned this last night how pissed I was at this daggone juice. The damn juice was good and there wasn't no juice in it. So I'm mad, okay? I'm just mad about it. But anyway, back to another chemical in it. Now, you know, I was used to seeing the different kind of sodiums and the different kind of potassiums in food or on food labels. So those didn't surprise me too much. The potassium, well, no, I just read that one. So the one that got me that I hadn't seen on there or seen lately on a food label was the calcium disodium eta or EDTA. And I was like, what the hell is that? Like, I don't even know, what that is. So, excuse me, for real, I had to look that up. I had to look that up hard, right? So then, of course, I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, right? So this is what I drank last night, okay? So what it is it is an agent that binds metals. Okay? So why would you put that in food? An agent that binds metals. Listen to this. They are prevented from taking part in chemical reactions that would lead to color or flavor deterioration. So this is again, another preservative. So not only does it act as a binds to metal, not only does it bind metal or keep that from happening, it also prevents color and flavor from deteriorating in your food. So it is another preservative. Okay, so it says, for example, right? So here's an example of it, just to kind of make it like, a little bit more layman's terms, right? For example, when you use canned food such as lima beans, it prevents the beans from darkening because the iron and ions are the metals found in canning, the water and the bond to the additives. So basically, from all the other chemicals, you add this chemical so there won't be a reaction to the food and to the metal in the can that it's sitting in. So things don't bind together because that's then poisonous. So they put another chemical in there to prevent it from being poisonous. You got that? That's basically what all that says. And the FDA, it does say here, it is approved by the FDA, okay? But check this out. Besides it being an additive in food and a preservative, it is also used in textile and paper industry, okay? It is used to improve stability in pharmaceutical products, detergents, soaps, shampoos, agricultural chemical sprays. Do y'all hear that? So this chemical that I drank last night, I'm about to be sick. I'm about to be sick because this stuff is also found in chemical sprays, detergents, shampoos, soaps, and pharmaceutical products. So it's in your pills you're taking too. Jesus, help us all. But this is what's going on. This is what they're putting into our bodies. into our food and we're putting it into our body. So again, this is also found in your sodas as well, right? Also, ingredient in the juice here was yellow number 6 and red number 40. We all know that these two right there. I don't even have to read that because I'm kind of okay with that knowledge. Those are the chemicals that are found in or cause high cause of ADHD, other behavioral problems, some linked to autism, things of that nature. So be very careful again in just the everything, guys, everything we're putting into us. I know it's going to drive y'all crazy. It's going to drive me crazy. It is driving me crazy. I see I'm ranting about this because I drank the juice last night and it's pissing me off because I drank something that they put in detergent and then they put it in, shampoo and stuff. And I don't want that in my body on the inside. Like, what do you think that, it does. And if you think about it this way, too, if we, to be honest, when we drink water, we're flushing our system of that stuff. And then when we waste out, it is typically, if you are drinking enough water, should be on a lighter side or pale. You want to get to a pale pee. If you will, I'm just keep it simple, okay? Your pee should be pale, and that's how it should be. But if you notice, and it's like that, those darker colors, it's these chemicals coming out that haven't been absorbed into your body. Your urine shouldn't have a super strong odor if you're taking care of yourself as well. If you notice, if you take medicine, it changes sometimes, that how it looks or smells or whatever, So instead, we want to just keep the water in. We'll get into whole water thing later, definitely. But this is what's happening when we're, also the crazy thing is we drinking all these chemicals. And one of the high signs of that is, too, our acne, our skin, how our faces are, how we appeal with our skin, right? On a superficial level, we know that's a lot of that is causing it. Again, flushing our system out, consuming less chemicals as possible will do great for not only the superficial, but for the inside as well, So it's the things that we want to keep in mind all the time because it has to be all the time until we get this whole new way of learning down. However old you are, most of our lives, we've done things a certain way that wasn't the necessarily correct way that we were taught that we should be. So, we want to keep those things in mind, and we are relearning damn near everything. I'm relearning. I'm mad that it says contains, biggest day on the back, contains 0% juice. I'm like, that irritates my soul right there. And then, so like, I want to also show you guys a little trick too, right? So when it says there on that label, the serving size. So it says 150 calories a serving. So it says about 5 servings per bottle. So, clearly multiply that 150 times 5. That's how much is in that whole bottle, right? So all of that's the number that you want to look at. So if you can sit there and say, I done drank this whole bottle, it's about 5 servings, so it's about 700 calories or something like that, 800 calories. You drink that. That's a full meal. That's half of a caloric intake for one person for a day. It could be less than that depending on your caloric intake and what you need for whatever goals you're doing, right? So, that's something that we just got to be aware of, guys, because, again, all of that, and there's sugar content, 37 grams of sugar. And we know it's just sugar because it says that's the only damn ingredient in there that we recognize and that we know of, right? So, again, anyway, all chemicals, all crap. All the crap I drank last night just gave me some time with you guys to help spread the word. Stop drinking this crap. Stop drinking these chemicals. It's not helping, right? Also, these things, those chemicals, from the calories from those chemicals, if not burned, they definitely will store as fat too, okay? So our bodies don't recognize chemicals, so if we don't waste them out, they store as fat. That's the only other option. They're damn sure not gonna store as muscle. I don't know why I'm cursing so much today. I think it's her fault. It's your fault. Okay. And what's your name? Sarah's in the studio audience today, and she gave me the thumbs up and the green light to keep on cursing. So damn it, that's what I'm gonna do. All right. No. So on that note, though, we will go ahead and take a little brief commercial break with the music from Shy Candy, the Hustle Tactic Entertainment crew. We're going to enjoy that, and we'll be back with Water, the alternative, okay? Be back. Thank you.
Shy Candy in the building. Come on. Yeah, I'm a ghetto glamour girl. From Chicago, grammar like a Bama girl. Stay fly like pose for the camera girl. Straight brick house body like a hammer girl. Fool will assholes can't stand a girl. Light skin, pretty face like a gamma girl. Lingerie boy shorts type pajama girl. Listen close and you might just understand your girl. Nigga, I'm a get dope kinda bitch. Weezy weed styrofoam cup kinda bitch. I'm a business on the phone talk kinda bitch. Busy body never home cause she on the shit. I ain't tripping on the haters, let them do their job. 50 niggas on stage like the black mob. 24s ice skating on the black car. Ricky Bobby on the track, man, I'm on fire. I'm in, she's out, yeah. I'm in, she's out. Man, what y'all know about that? She's out, come on. I'm in, I'ma show you what the hype is about. I'm in, yeah, they been talking about me for a minute, man. I'm in. Show you what it is. I'm in. Listen up. She's out. Come on. I'm in. I'ma show you what the hype is about. I'm the best thing going, man. I see the snakes in the grass, so I'm mowing, man. You can't double talk me. Look how I'm flowing, man. I make your block drum line like a marching band. Yeah. I'm the next big shit, dog. Hit the industry and show them how to grit, dog. If I'm a bitch, I'm a motherfucking pit, dog. Iced up like a butt-naked Miss Claus. Yeah. I'm a project princess. Make a play, brother, think about incest. I could teach you how to floss, I'm a dentist. Inked up and on, never let my pen rest. I'm a needle in a haystack. Riding in a bubble Chevy like a Maybach. Treat the haters like Puff, tell them take that. I bet before I go broke, I'll grab a tray pack. I'm in, she's out. Yeah, I'm in, she's out. I'm in, she's out. I'ma show you what the hype is about. I'm in, yeah. She's out. She's out. I'm in, she's out. She's out. I'm in, she's out. Come on. I'm in. I'ma show you what the hype is about. I'm going in like a surgeon. 20 Monte Carlos, trail me swerving. Fab like a Camaro, suburban excursions. Whips like hello, I'm clean as detergent. Ooh-wee. And this is what the hype is about. I'm the cool drink of water at the height of the drought. My ex-boyfriend caught me with a mic in my mouth. I love Louisville, Kentucky. I'm the queen of the South. I'm the chick that don't give a fuck. I hit them hard and fast and go for the gut. I got an angel face with a big butt. And if I get a nookie up, I do it uncut. Nasty. You can roll or get rolled over. Shaq Candy on the track by the boy Nova. Out the park with this one like the boy Sosa. I'm in, she's out. This the takeover. Come on. She's out. She's out. I'm in. She's out. She's out. I'm in. She's out. I'm in. I'ma show you what the hype is about. I'ma show you. I'm in. She's out. She's out. I'm in. She's out. She's out. I'm in. Come on. She's out. That's right. I'm in. I'ma show you what the hype is about.
So wait, welcome back, guys. So before I get into a little bit of info on water today, I'm just reading my phone back here. Well, let me see. Hold up. Yeah, I got called out. He said, I punished more than half of the bottle. I admitted, see, you didn't watch the whole show. I have witnessed because you can go back and rewind. See, I'm glad this is recorded because in the beginning I did say she may have only had a glass or two. I said I punished it. See? And She did normally. She does normally read the back. It was just something that got us. It's okay. I ain't mad. I ain't making her look bad. It was me too. You know, I did it too. I grabbed it. I said, "Yay, it's juice in the house," and I grabbed the damn bottle. And then I, sat there and looked at it. Oh shoot. Okay. So that's how I felt, right? So everybody says, here, water is, I don't want it. I don't need it. Are you one of those people? Because you just looked at me like, damn, yeah, she got me. Most athletes, pretty much on that water thing, so they good, right? So first I want to say this also while we're talking about what the hell are we drinking before we get into the whole water situation. I have a lot of clients too that are drinking like vitamin waters, the 0 calorie Powerade, Gatorade, stuff like that. I can't stress this enough. If you have a weight loss goal and you are not a high performing athlete, or you're not trying to maintain weight, notice I said maintain weight, then you don't need to replenish your hydration that way. Simply use water or green tea, something of that nature. You do not need those things. Not only do you not need, the reason why you don't need them, I'm just saying you just don't need them, but you don't need them because it's got a lot of crap in them, right? Well, one, if your goal is weight loss, it's not gonna help you lose weight. Although it has the electrolytes in them, they also have a lot of sugars in them, a lot of artificial sugars, a lot of these chemicals, and preservatives and agents that again counteract our whole health system, right? Our whole metabolism as a whole. So then again, we're not, especially when it says 0 calorie, if we're ingesting something, it has to have some kind of caloric content or caloric unit. In other words, if we're drinking it and it doesn't, then what is it? So that's what our body says. It says, what is it? So then, because it doesn't know what it is, it stores it as fat, right? So if if the athlete wants to maintain their body weight and they're working out super hard, then okay. But if you're on a weight loss journey and body fat is what you're trying to cut, you do not need any of those sports drinks, okay? And I should have just said sports drinks. I might have lost some endorsement deals later down the line. It's like, no, I'm playing because that, again, it's not something that I believe in unless you're on that fitness level and you need that quick rehydration. I get that formula for that, but for those purposes, it's okay. Most of us working out 3-4 days a week for an hour or less with our homies, we're not working out to that to that mass. So it is what it is. You want to stop that, you want to lose weight, you want to do what you got to do, you don't need those chemicals either. All right, so just a little bit on water today, because water can go so many ways, right? But the main thing is that our body needs it. We need it to function. They say 45 to 55% of females or adult women, our bodies are made of water. 55 to 65 for men. The main thing is tissues in the muscle, right? So muscle tissue is the second, group of tissue, I guess, or you want to call it, that absorbs water. Meaning, with that, have you guys ever seen like a swimmer who has swam so much, or any kind of like high endurance athlete, when they have exerted their hydration, to see a cramp, you get those cramps. I.e., why we get cramps if we're not hydrated. It starts in our foot, or it could be in the arm and then go to the foot for different different people. But typically, first sign is your foot. If you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated, because water is a part of a big group, right? It's a part of a big cycle in your body between your muscles and your blood, right? So it's kind of like that lubricant that helps move things along and helps keep things running. So when we don't have that, that's when everything starts to shut down, things of that nature. Jacob, you got something to add to it?
Yeah, so I just wanted to add the fact that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the time when you think you're hungry and you feel like you want to snack, I don't know if you were going to touch on this.
You're actually thirsty.
Yeah, you're actually thirsty because when you're a child, you are able to differentiate between the feeling of hunger and thirst. As you get older, you are less so able to.
Absolutely.
So when you feel like snacking,
Yes.
try drinking some water.
There you go. Absolutely. He's on it, man. You're just on it. Yes. Yes. We actually do that a lot. We confuse ourselves a lot with that, especially adults, thinking that we're hungry when we're really thirsty. So that's a number one. Sometimes when we're thirsty or we're feeling that and we're not sure which one, go for the water first. Especially if you're a snacker, it's a great way to kind of counteract that snack. Just drink the water, or like people used to say back in the day, or old people say, give the baby some water so it can swell up in their stomach, so they gonna eat all the food. Or maybe they used to just say that in my family. I don't know, but yeah, water is our friend, right? But it will help that, kind of curb the appetite that way if you're really trying to cut back on snacking. Water is definitely our friend for that. Okay, and actually, so yeah, like I said, it's a part of that big whole, our whole electrolytes, our whole metabolism. It helps move all of that along. So that's why not only that, it flushes all them damn chemicals out that we talked about too. You know what I mean? It flushes the whole system out clean. So to the water, we should have, speaking on what kind of water, how do we get this water? Because, like I said, we'll go into detail with the water another day. But with the water, the main thing is to understand that, unfortunately, bottled water can also be contaminated as well. We want to make sure that it's bottled with no BPA, or if it's, you really want to make sure that the healthiest option, the safest option, you want spring water that is bottled at the source. Okay. We had a question today about water filters and filtering water, things of that nature. You can filter water that you can. However, it's still going to possess those. It's still going to have those chemicals, but it's going to lose. The most important, it's going to lose the alkalinity in the water. That's what we want to get in our bodies. Yeah, the alkalinity, right? Yeah, that's what we want. So that the highest and purest form of alkalinity in the water for your alkaline water would be something that is spring water, bottled at the source, so that there's no filtration in it. Okay. The bottle best should be a glass bottle, to completely eliminate any bacteria, any way of damaging the water or losing, dropping the alkaline level in the water, right? So when you're at the store, there's Crystal Glacier is a great one that's bottled at the source. That's inexpensive. It's at most Dollar Trees have it. So you can get the whole big gallon for $1 or the 6 bottles for $1 instead of paying outrageous prices for water. This way you can still get it. A lot of the big companies are their whole water filtering system is by adding chemicals as well. So just the chemicals, as I read off, there are other chemicals for purifying, right? So purifying water, they have completely taken all of the nutrients, the minerals and things in water that we need that speak to our body. Remember, if we're of the earth, water is a part of that. We need those elements in us to help move things along. We need those properties that natural spring water contain to help us. That's what it is that we need. So so that brings the question. And then if I'm drinking like a brand water, bottled water all the time, and is it doing anything? It's doing something to an extent, yes. But if you want to maximize, right? If you want the purest form, if you want no chemicals, no filtration through your water, then you will go with the spring water. And that's all there is to it. The machines also, too, they have these filter machines with alkalinity, like a high alkaline filter and this, that, and the other. Which is simply an oxymoron if your alkalinity comes from the earth. Again, you can't put stones or rocks that have been cleaned and just set them on a machine and have that run through and add alkalinity to your body. It's just not going to happen. So, again, the purest form, it has to be that process through the earth from the spring. That is what you want to get. So before you waste hundreds of dollars on these machines and these filters, find you a spring somewhere. There's companies. You can go online. There are places that are nearby. You can find fresh spring water. You can get the Crystal Glacier. And they have they're a bigger company chain, and they can bottle that to you in the 5-gallon bottles as well. So y'all think about it. Do your research. Get your water on. Leave these damn chemicals alone. That's breaking your face out, making you act crazy. Because remember, the chemicals also affect what we do and how we act, right? And how we act and what we think. There you go. So let's make it as pure as possible, so our thoughts are right, so our actions are pleasing and correct, more so correct than pleasing. And that they come from a good place and not chemically induced, right? Because it's just a form of a drug. You don't want anybody walking the streets that are chemically induced by something else that's more potent, right? So the same thing with our bodies. And every day, I much rather speak with someone who's a lot more there, than just pumped up on chemicals. It's like talking to a drunk and you sitting there sober like, oh my gosh, what is this going on, right? Same thing, y'all. I mean, I know I exaggerated that like all the way up, but body to body, person to person, spirit to spirit, it's all the same, right? What we put in tells everything. What we put into us, how we act, what we think, what we do. It all hand in hand, okay? So watch what you drink. Leave the sports drinks alone unless you have an athletic goal and you are on it and, you need that to maintain your weight and all that good stuff. Other than that, leave that alone, all right? And that's all I really got for y'all today, all right? So we're going to wrap up. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to head on down the road and go cook something and drink water or go buy my tea because I'm mad at the damn 0% juice in the damn bottle. Thank you, Sarah, for giving me the thumbs up on cursing today. I might use it next week. Can I get a next week pass, too? Yeah. Hell yeah, she said I got next week, too. I'm going for it, damn it, all right? I'll holler at y'all later. Peace. Thank you.
Fresh, yeah. Break down. Everybody know what I'm trying to do now. Hold it down for my hometown. Profound when I